Okay, guys, a little bit different one here. I actually had somebody come to me, and even though I'm not good with every car on the game, whatever, he was like, it seems like you just know all the launches and all the shifts for every car in the game, which I don't. And here's one car that's fast, which this one isn't because the tune is wrong. But still, I'm going to use the car. As you can see, this one is a 1681 and the car should be a 1682. And here's why. Let me get that volume down for now. Going to the turbo parts. Look at this. Okay. Now you can't see the stock. From the option to put any parts back stock on this car for the turbo. If I remember right, I mentioned something about this in a previous video, but I'm not 100% sure. I really don't remember. But on this car, I am pretty sure. Let me go look at another one. I'm pretty sure on this one it's the intercooler and the up pipe both have to stay stock. Let's find another one that's maxed. I got a bunch of stock ones. That's what happens when everybody gets this car and then they fix them up nice and then go jump in a lobby in stock lobby, and then you get to go run take them from them. But you see here, it only adds 7.48 power, but it adds 47 pounds. Not worth it. And then here, same thing, 4.4 and 28. So you don't add those. But that's beside the point. I'm just going to use this other one if I can find it again. I'm just going to use it because I'm sure there's a lot of people that have this car, but it's set up wrong. Which, I mean, it's nothing against you or whatever. I'm going to do this little trick here, by the way. But yeah, I don't know the launch or shift for this car. Some people are saying all late shifts. Some people are saying perfect shifts. I don't know. But I have no idea where to actually drop this car. I've never hit a perfect launch with it, which I've only used it once, I think. But see, I don't think this car will run 6.6 with this tune, even though that's like really close. I don't think I've heard of anybody running 6.6 yet with it. But still, that's a decent time, with the bad RT and everything. But to answer the question I was asked, which the question was, how are you so good with every car on the game? It's like you know all the launches and all the shifts. Well, to answer that question, I'm not. But I got a better RT, but a worse time. But I'm not like perfect with every car. If you watch my videos, like watch all of my videos, you'll know I am not good with a lot of cars, actually. But for me to learn them, this is what I do. Now that we have the test track. Without the test track, I would go in multiplayer. And as you see, a few races and we're running pretty consistent. Once you figure them out, it's not that hard anymore to just keep it going. But see, there you go. To answer the question, I mean, I'm pretty sure that this guy that asked me this question watches my videos, because, I mean, how else would he know, that I run so many different cars and whatever in my videos. Although, I think my favorite car to run is actually the Nismo GT3. And that's probably just because you really don't even need a perfect launch with the car to run that time right there. You can run a 672 all day long without even hitting the launch on a Nismo GT3, as long as you get that first shift, before it smacks the wall really hard. You'll get it. But this is what I do. If you want to become better with all the cars, one thing you can do is go watch Pigpen's perfect launch tutorials, and that'll help. Held it too long. But and that's another thing too. Like, I could have got a better RT on that run right there, but I held it too long. I knew I held it too long. So you have to be able to realize that and be like, okay, so now your RT is going to be worse, but you still have a chance of winning if you don't spin. And that, well, hit it right on the green light, but the green light on the RPMs, I was dead on where I needed to launch it at, but it was just a little bit too early, so that means I didn't hold it long enough. And again, same thing. But this is what I do. Now if I want to get better with the car, I go into the test track and I just race it, and I race it, and I race it. Maybe the shifts are late. It seemed like running some late shifts, I hit some perfect. It seemed like running those there you go. This car will run a 6.6, it looks like. But, yeah, this is all I do. I've been playing for a really long time, though, so it's easier for me now to just pull a car out for the first time ever and try to find that drop. And I'm not running the best times in the world with this car, but I'm pretty damn consistent. So, and getting a little better as I go. But for me, at this point, I'm perfectly fine with just going back and saying, okay, I'm good enough with this car now. You see right there, if my RT would have been a .001, that would have been a 6.7 flat. So that's not bad. That's going to outrun a lot of people and a lot of cars. Is it going to outrun everything? No. And I'm just speaking like R2 wise. You go up against another one of these cars and, it's the correct tune, and they get their perfect launch with the same RT and get all their shifts. Well, you're not going to beat that car. But this wins races. I'm happy with that time out of this car with an incorrect tune on it. But, it's just one of those things, But yeah. To answer the question, that's it. That's what I do. If I want to get better, especially, like, I wait, I find out what turf events are, and, I'm not on, like a top 5 or first place team or any of that. I run top 100. I mean, I got a really good top 100 team. You know, the guys on there, good people, and, you know, everybody races, and, you know, we're always pretty well, you know. But I'll wait, get the turf events, and then go, okay, this is the car that everyone is going to be using. Can I drive it? If not, then it's off to the test track we go. You know, and I'll build them. You got to build some cars, you know, get out of your comfort zone. Build some cars. Ooh. I knew that was going to happen. Held it way too long. But, the thing about it, like, you want to get good with a certain car. Let's just say, here's one of my Nemesis, and you can look in my garage, and I don't think there's any in here. You know, but if you have an all-wheel drive event, or a JDM event, or any of that, you are going to find a bunch of these. A bunch of those. For whatever, it's not that hard to drive the car, but I suck with it. I don't use them. I figure something else out. Now, me mainly, I like using S-Class and above. I don't even like A-Class anymore. If I can, I'm going to run, really, if I can, I'm going to run R2 or R3. That's just me. But when you take like the Euro events, if you want to do a lot of pinking and not lose, you know, high-end cars, then grab some GTIs. You know, that's a good car. It runs really good. You know, but I'm dragging this video out, and I don't need to. But yeah, I just wanted to pop that video up. You know, it was a good question, you know, on how I learn how to do these things. And, you know, like I said, for me, I grab the car. I always get more than one of every car if possible, and I'll at least max one of them, so that way I get a feel for the maxed car, and then I'll start tuning them, you know, if need be, to lower lobbies. But again, like I said, I like running higher class cars, so if I'm running like R class or R2, you know, R3, 9 times out of 10 that car is going to be maxed. But I'll max them, and then I just take them to the test track, and I'll find the drop and see if I can find the shifts. If I can't find the shifts, you know, getting the best times, then I'll ask somebody where they shift, you know, and whatever. And then I'll put it all together and figure it out. You know, I had never gotten a perfect launch with that Focus RE until today. You know, you just got to find that sweet spot. But that's what I do. It's how I get myself better, how I make myself better at the game. Take the cars on the test track, and I figure them out, and I run them. And if I can't figure them out on my own, I ask for a little help. And once I get that help, then I just race them until I got it down. You know, and like I said, you can always, it's always a smart idea. If you can't figure a car out, go ahead and jump on YouTube and check out Pigpen's videos. Everybody knows who he is. You know, so if you need that much help with the car and you can't figure it out, just go ahead and jump on Pigpen's YouTube, and I'm sure it's going to be there. And if it's not there, it'll probably be there soon. But yeah, I thought that made for a pretty good video. You know, it was a good question. That's not the normal questions that I get. So I figured I'd make a little video on it and just show you. You know, I wasn't very good with this Focus. I didn't win very many races with it. Didn't even really use them. But it was a good car for me to jump on here with and, you know, just show you what I do. So, but yeah, hopefully somebody gets something out of this video. If not, then, well, I just wasted 15 minutes of your life. But as always, thanks to everybody for watching these videos. Subscribing. Let's keep it going. If you like this video, if it helped you out at all, just go ahead and click that like on there. If you would, I would appreciate it. Like I said, I just thought it made for a good video. It was a good question. That's what I do to make myself better at the game. And then, I really don't even do showdown anymore. I turf and I run on the test track pretty much. You rarely catch me in multiplayer. I don't do the tournaments or any of that stuff. You can see that from here. I mean, all those free tokens sitting there on that tournament. I just don't do it. But I really don't do showdown much anymore either. I'm always running on the test track, trying to get better. I'm not one of these guys that's born good at everything. You guys have seen how many cars I lose in pinks. How many races I lose. This past turf, I lost twice as many races as I won. I burned up like 500 boosts just to get 30,000 points, which, that's terrible. I mean, that's really terrible. I think I only won like 3 pinks races, but I was running in maxed. I think I won like 3 and turned around lost like 10. But, I mean, sometimes I'm just off. And I just can't get it squared away. But yeah, that's neither here nor there, I guess. But yeah, again, thank you guys. Hopefully somebody gets something out of this. I just wanted to answer the guy's question. Hopefully I've done that. And this is what I do. This is how I get better. So, I mean, that's, if you want to be better, practice, practice, practice. And get good with one car, learn it, take off to another one, get good with it, learn it. Learn a few cars at a time, and then turn around and go back to the beginning of the list of cars that you were learning. Go back, make sure you remember how to do them all again. I forget a bunch of cars. I'll go to race them. I haven't raced them in a long time. Whether they haven't been eligible or it's just not my favorite car or whatever. But I'll forget how to drop it, forget the shifts on it. You just got to figure it out. But, constantly practicing is how you're going to make yourself better. So until next time, everybody have a good day. And thanks again for watching.